Hey friends, welcome back. This is our second video. This one is going to be a lot more slow paced than the rest of our exercise videos here. This one is meant to be a bit of a nervous system reset. It is to help us learn how to release our body a little bit so that we're not gripping or tensing anywhere, because usually when we're gripping and tensing, our pelvic floor is also gripping and tensing. So we're going to start on our backs. You can rest down on your mat or even on your bed if you're there. This is a great thing to do right before bed as well. We're going to lay down. And again, this movement, once you get comfortable, this movement is meant to be slow, slower than you think you need to be going, as slow as you possibly can, right? And very gentle on your body. We're not forcing any movement. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're not really exerting effort. We're more so just observing how our body feels and how our body moves naturally. So once you lay back, you're going to extend your legs out long. Rest your arms down by your sides. Take just a few easy breaths. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. And every exhale, you're letting your body get heavier and heavier and heavier onto the surface below you. Not changing anything about your breath, not doing anything but releasing through your body, head to toe, around the back of your neck, your shoulders, your jaw. Unclench your jaw, part your lips, soften and get heavy through your arms, your torso, your hips. Your legs are heavy, maybe your toes and your feet have kind of rotated outwards. Unclenching any fists, uncurling your toes. Settling into a breath. Then we're going to kind of transition that breath to where we are differentiating where we're breathing from. So place one hand on top of your rib cage, right at the front of those rib bones, right under your sports bra, and the other hand right on top of your belly button, or even just right below your belly button. This next breath, on your inhale, you're gonna breathe from your belly. Expand your belly out, and then just open your mouth and let that breath go. Again, inhale from the belly, and exhale all the way out. As you breathe like that, notice what your body is doing. Notice what your pelvic floor is doing, what your pelvis is doing. Not controlling the exhale, not changing anything, just letting go and noticing what your body does. Take one more breath like that, that belly inhale and exhale. And then we're going to change that up and take that breath into our rib cage. So like we were doing with our diaphragmatic breath. This time as you inhale, expanding out through your rib cage. Your belly will follow. And then just open your mouth and let it go. And notice what your body does. Again, inhale, expand out from your rib cage. And exhale, let that breath go. Notice what your pelvic floor is doing. Not trying to do that diaphragmatic breath. Remember, we're not putting any effort in. We're just breathing, targeting that inhale to your rib cage. One more breath. And then let your arms come back down by your sides. And then take your legs and kind of rock them side to side. Again, just little movements, gentle movements. Noticing if your pelvis moves forward a little bit, you feel that tilt of your tailbone into the floor. And then steady your legs. Again, one more breath in, breath out. And then you'll slowly bend your knees, slide your feet to the floor. Knees are bent. We're going to take your fingertips and place them right on top of your hip bones. Okay, we're going to go into something called a pelvic clock, which means we're tilting our pelvis forward, backwards, and then side to side. This is a very small movement. Your legs aren't really working to move. Your torso isn't moving. This is a subtle, gentle movement of your hips. We're going to move through a clock. So, with your fingertips on your hip bones, you have your tailbone. Your tailbone is 12 o'clock. So on an inhale, I want you to tilt your tailbone into the floor. You'll feel your hip bones press into your fingertips. Now we're going to move to 6 o'clock, which means we're going to press our low back into the floor, tucking our tailbone and pressing your finger. You'll feel your hip bones press away from your fingertips. Again, inhale, come to that 12 o'clock, tilt your tailbone into the floor, hips to your fingertips. As you exhale, tilt your tailbone under, press your low back to the mat, and your hips move away from your fingertips. One more time, that inhale forward to 12 o'clock, and your exhale to 6 o'clock. Taking a very light diaphragmatic breath here. Again, we're keeping our effort minimal, and just feeling and noticing how our pelvis moves. Noticing how our pelvic floor moves. And now we're going to add the 3 and the 9. So on your inhale, tilt to 6. Start to tilt your right hip bone into the floor. And then exhale, roll to the 6 o'clock, tilting your low back into the floor. As you inhale, tilt your left hip towards the floor to that 9 o'clock and start to rotate to 12 o'clock, tipping your tailbone into the mat. And exhale, come to 3 o'clock, right hip presses towards the mat, all the way to that 6 o'clock tuck of your tailbone. Inhale, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Move in this direction. Just that subtle movement, noticing how your pelvis is rotating. Noticing where you feel the rest of your body. What is the rest of your body doing? How is your breath? This is really to help us learn how to release that grip through your pelvic floor with that rotation. It's getting a little pelvic mobility. We're going to change direction. Next time you're at 12 o'clock, you're going to start that exhale, but rotate left hip down, go through 9 o'clock, all the way to that 6 o'clock. Inhale up through 3 o'clock, right hip tilts, all the way to 12 o'clock. Tailbone presses to the mat. And then exhale through 9 o'clock, all the way to 6. Inhale up through 3. And back to 12. We'll keep moving in this direction. Again, that same movement, same breath, same gentle rotation. Notice if this side is easier. How is your body responding? How is your pelvic floor responding? Sometimes you might even feel your pelvic floor a little bit better through this movement because of that added mobility through your pelvis. Take one more. And then we're going to land in a nice neutral spine, not tucking your tailbone, but not lifting your low back from your mat or your bed. Let your arms rest beside you. Take just an easy breath in and an easy breath out. And then you're going to slowly heel-toe your feet out wide towards the edges of your mat, or even a little bit wider. If you're not on a mat, just make sure your feet are out wider than your hips. Knees are out wide. So now we're gonna take this little dip of our hips side to side, drop of our knees left to right. You can rest your arms by your sides or back on your belly, but you're just gonna naturally let your knees start to fall to one side. Doesn't matter what side you start to, whichever one feels naturally. Let your legs go heavy, feeling that pull through your hip joints, through your low back. And then really slowly lift your knees up through center and let them fall over to the other side. Really just an easy drop, almost like your legs are dominoes. There's a little effort to lift your knees up through center, but not a lot of effort to let your knees fall to a side. Like those dominoes, they just start to fall to one side, creating the domino effect. Inhale your knees through center, and then just exhale and let them fall over to a side. Noticing if your hips, one side feels a little bit easier through this mobility work. If one side you're getting a little bit more of a stretch through. This easy lift, easy lower side to side is really creating this natural relaxation reflex through your pelvis and through your pelvic floor. Without putting that effort or making our muscles work too hard, you're allowing your body to release. Take it a few more times each side. Again, you can keep your eyes closed, or if you'd like, you can let your eyes track with your knees. If you feel like you can keep that same gentle ease side to side, that heaviness as your knees rotate left to right. You'll take it one more time to one side, one more time up and over to the other, and then you'll bring your knees up through center. Keep your feet wide and just let your knees fall in towards each other. Again, letting your hands just rest wherever feels most comfortable. Take a nice deep breath in, all the way out. And then you'll slide your legs out long. We'll end right here. Let your arms come out beside you. That same release of your body, release of tension. Come back to just a regular, uncontrolled pace of breath. And notice how your body feels. Notice how your breath feels. Notice if your body feels any different, if you feel lighter, calmer, more at ease. And then take another big breath in, big easy breath out. Know that you can always come back to this space. You can always do this class when you need a reset. It's also a great place to spend time with the Lord, just praying, thanking Him for your day, welcoming in your day with His new mercies, with His grace. Take your time, and when you're ready, you'll roll to a side. This is also the best way to get up for your pelvic floor. Roll to a side, press yourself up, find a seat, take another breath or two, and then when you're done, you are done.